Ahoy sailors! In this video I'm going to share with you 3 different type of docking raw footage from a private lesson that I'm doing here in Gibraltar. And what I'm going to share with you is basically 3 different type of springing and how with proper technique you can really dock a big catamaran with not a lot of people like a professional. Now, it's not just about the springing and stuff. I think there are 3 major principles that I want to talk about before we jump into the videos. The 3 principles on how to dock like a pro are: the first thing is you really need to know the boat. You need to know how to maneuver it, and you need to understand every boat has their own characteristic. How fast or slow you are stopping or accelerating, how is your turning, how is your pivot point. You really need to have a good feel for your boat. So first thing is to go out and try to move it, try to visualize and see how it turns, how hard the throttles are, the helm, acceleration, turning point, where is the pivot point, all this kind of stuff that you really need to know the boat. The second thing that is important to really nail your docking is to have a good awareness to the environment. You cannot do a good dock approach if you don't know where the wind is coming from, if you don't know how shaped the dock is, where is the dangerous points on the dock, where is that little metal bulge that bumps out that if you hit is going to cause damage to your boat. Once you get a feeling for the environment, this will also be helpful to really nail your docking like a pro. And the third thing that I would say is to have a proper plan and brief the crew. If you have a proper plan and brief the crew and you explain to the crew in simplicity what everybody needs to do, and you kind of preemptive, like from before, you make sure that there's not gonna be any doubts, then you can really nail your dock approach. So with these 3 principles in mind, I invite you to join and see the 3 beautiful dock approach that we did yesterday. This is raw footage, so it's a little bit more long. Maybe put it in the background and kind of just pick the little tips and hints that I'm giving along the dock. I don't have time to do fancy edits and stuff, maybe later, but right now I'm in peak season of teaching, so enjoy the video. Whoops, I forgot to add that I'm showing 3 different types of springs. The first one will be leaving the dock using the windward stern line. We're going to pivot on it, get closer to the dock, and that will help us leave in a calmer way. The second spring that we're going to do in this video is alongside spring using the stern line to kind of bring ourselves closer to the alongside dock. And the third one will be a backward spring to kind of not resist the wind too much, but rather place our catamaran in a convenient spot on that weird dock that we had without scratching or causing any damages. These are the 3 springs in the videos. Enjoy. Hello. So, what do we have today? We have a Saba 50, a big catamaran that has a lot of windage. Windage means that it has very high above the water and it's getting pushed around by the wind a lot. Our dock, not the most friendliest. As you can see, there's a lot of distance here, so it means that the wind that's coming from over there can push us towards here, towards this rusty spot right here, and we're trying to do this 2 people. Now 2 people managing a catamaran like this, not the easiest thing, but also not the hardest if you plan everything from before. So we have set up all the windward lines as this. We have our windward stern line, which is the spring that we're going to use to get closer to this dock. I will release all the other springs that we had during the night, and we will just leave the bow line, which is also kind of a forward spring, but this is the best we can do. And we're going to leave the stern line to spring on, so we can have a clear exit. Okay, now we want to take off these lines, and I still need to go back to the boat. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the boat closer towards the dock by using that spring line, slowly, gently with the fenders. You're in forward right now. Yeah, perfect. So it's already moving. So as you can see, we are already in forward and the boat is resisting the wind and coming back upwind close to the dock, so that at some point I can hold this. You're going to help me and I'm going to go up. Let's see if it's possible. So if I do this and hold here, yeah, I can come up. Okay, great. So wait, I need to disconnect first. Great. So of course, if you're not as athletic, you just need to have somebody on the dock to release those lines to you. So we're good. Yeah, I'm releasing them. They're not doing anything. major shit show right here. Woo-hoo. All right, Michael. Yep. So the wind pushed you a little bit more, so you will need to give a little bit more power and forward. You can take this line. Oh. Look at this. Prior preparation made everything easy here. We made sure where the fenders are in the strong positions. And now we're just gonna disconnect this off. The boat is in gear. We're not afraid of anything. Now I don't want to do that risky jump. Bring the boat a little bit closer and help me come up. Exactly, the windward stern line is doing all the work. More power a little bit. Yes, look at that, like magic. Okay, now help me get up. Great, I am up. Now we have control from the boat. So you know what we're gonna do?
Take that one first.
Yes, and then
I go forward.
you go forward, and I release that while you're going forward. I have attention on the line that it's not in the water. Questions before we go?
We should have enough space on the other side. I will go out towards that direction as soon as I clear.
Exactly. How do you know when you're gonna get close over there?
Because I know the distance here, then I know approximately.
Exactly.
But I will just do one more visual check. So I have about a meter here.
Yes. So if we have a meter here, we have.
I have 3 meters here, so I can go out 2 meters without losing anything.
Exactly. Okay, and this line I'm taking off, so we don't have any shit show. You have a lot of distance from over here because we're using the engines. Yoo-hoo! How much wind?
We have
18 knots. 18 knots on the beam. Yeah, it's just so they see that I'm not lying. Oh, it was 10 a minute ago.
10 meters.
10 meters per second. Yeah. Okay. So, is this enough distance for you? You can go closer. Go closer. Fenders are terrific. Okay, line got stuck and it's free. Okay, keep it in forward like this. Okay, you can slow down just for a second. And you can start going. Yes. Line is off, you are free. Huh? Huh? Yeah! Yep. Nice power, but also relax. We got it. Okay, 50 knots crosswinds, 50-foot catamaran. Very nice. 50 square meter of windage and a nice little headset. I actually really like those. So yeah, thank you for that. All right, see you in the next docking lesson. So again, another dock approach that should be super easy. The wind is pushing us away from the dock, and we're gonna use the stern line, this one, as a forward spring to bring ourselves closer to the dock and fix our weird angle, as you can see right now from here. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're aiming to go to that cleat over there. Maybe you can't see it. And okay, Almost a shit show. Oh, oh, I'm ready to lasso the line. Okay, coiling it, holding the end with my thumb. 1, 2, 3. From this distance I can probably already catch it, but we can come a little bit closer. Circular motion and opening my hands to greet the cleat, and whee! Beautiful. Line is secured, sir. Now watch this. Okay, tension on the line. Okay, where do you bring your helm? Away from the dock. Why do we want the line to be away from the dock? Because we want the bow to go over there. The stern will come closer on that spring, and gentle, 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 gentle. We are being pushed closer and closer to the dock. If the wind is stronger, we will give a little bit more power on the engine. If the wind is chill, like we have right now, not super chill as you can see, look over there, we'll need a little bit more power and we'll come close. But we have all the time in the world. Now we can prepare the bow lines to throw. We can, I don't know, we can do a lot of stuff right now. Dance. He's tired of me. Okay, again, remember the going to neutral, going back, it gives a little bit more heats to the cleat, and this might also give you like a last minute weird angle. Keeping constant power and then releasing a little bit and keeping it or adding a little bit more, it's really nice. Great stuff. Great stuff.
And we docked.
Okay, great. Next time you're doing it by yourself. Looking good, Michael, looking good. How to move a house. All right, we are ready to come into the next dock. Different angle, different approach, different spring lines. So it's the same dock that we left from before, right? The last time we used the windward spring line to give ourselves closer towards the windward dock. But we have decided that this is kind of a, I call it a one chance maneuver. Like you have one go. If I missed you jumping to the dock, that's it. We're gonna be leaning on the other dock with less fenders, okay? And we don't want that because today the wind is stronger than yesterday. What we rather do is embrace the wind and fall on the other dock. What happens when we fall on the other dock? It's too short for us. Our bow is gonna pivot and then shit show. We wanna prevent that by using a backward spring and keeping the outside engine, the starboard engine, in reverse. That will help us lean on the dock with the wind, and that backward spring will stop us from hitting the dock in the stern. Okay?
So just to understand,
of course,
that I'm going past the boats. Or do you want to reverse all the way in?
Why do I want you to reverse all the way in?
Because we're going into the wind.
Yes, so that we're reversing into the wind, okay? If at any point you're feeling uncomfortable, power forward, go out. You should aim to the middle, okay? You aim to the middle, and we're gonna let the boat drift. The Croatians are gonna be there to help us, okay? And we're just gonna ask them, I'm gonna tell them, tie it over there, our midship. Once the midship is on, slowly, gentle, you are giving reverse and letting us lean, okay? I'm gonna put more fenders on the leeward side, so we don't need to be worried about, you know,
Touching,
yeah.
kissing, whatever.
Yes, so I'm going to prepare everything and also the line. I even had a better idea. So I'm going to prepare a spring line that already has the size that I want. So then all that he has to do is just put it on the cleat. I'm just giving him this. I'm giving him this loop, and I'm telling him, all you need to do, put it over there. Okay? And I know that this distance is going to be enough for us for that reverse maneuver. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, that should be enough. So you stopped a little bit. I would say go out and do it again. And try to keep it in one single motion without stopping too much, all right? Relax, you got this, I trust you. No worries, no nothing. He's not in a rush. We can cook you dinner if you want. As a thank you. Yeah.
And beer.
And beers, yes. Okay, Michael, I'm just going to talk a little bit to the camera now. So, we're not in a rush right now. We still have sun, we're in the learning process, and we want to do it good. We do not want to cancel our initial momentum when we're doing duck approaches. You'll see what it does. I'm hoping that you can see it from the camera, but when we're stopping like this backward and forward to fix our angle, the wind is also pushing us downwind, and we do not want that. We rather have one single motion all along to the end of the duck, of course, if our angle is good. So let's look at it again, and I'm going to shut up because he can hear me in the headset. You need to know that by yourself, so, okay. So remember, you just need 2 meters from the other side. You're pivoting perfect right now. Okay? Yes. So, yeah, this is what I meant when I said that you need to continue your motion. But you're good. You can still save it. Great. Just don't be stationary. Keep on gliding backwards. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Opa. Bevo mate. On the other side, you're good. Yeah, stern line. How is the spring? Look at that. Perfect. You can give reverse on the starboard engine, Michael. Look at that. That spring line and the wind is keeping us in position, and we are sweet. Okay? Michael, what are you doing?
I'm doing it.
Ah, okay. It's still in reverse?
No.
So leave it in reverse. That's what we want to do. No, just the starboard engine. Just the starboard engine? Yes. That's the plan. Leave it in reverse. Let the boat lean on that dock. Now you can go around and move all the lines, okay? So watch this. Leave it. Don't, again, leave it so it leans on the dock and we're all good. Now go do a walk around the boat. See how everything is stable. Okay? Look at that. We're here. Everything is good. Now,
Here we're queer.
okay, now start throwing all the lines and stuff, okay? But this is what I meant. We had this, keep it in reverse, and now fix the boat however you want.